This is Jesse Jones, and you're listening to Filayyyy 2 podcast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Flagrant 2, analysis by assholes, no easy buckets, water cooler commentary for your sports needs. I am Andrew Schulz. I'm here with Akaash Singh and Real Life Cats, and we got a special guest today.
Yeah, a special guest.
We got a very special guest today.
I almost want him to introduce himself because I feel like if he says it the right way, I'm expecting him to say it. Everybody
you guys know exactly who it is. Do you need some tea or anything like that? Do you need to warm the voice up?
Nah, we don't.
It's ready to go? Okay, well, introduce yourself, sir. How do they know you on the internet?
Filayyyy.
I need that. Let's go. My man Jesse here, a.k.a. the creator of the Filayyyy movement.
That's right.
If you've watched any basketball during this offseason through Instagram or Twitter or any type of social media, you've heard this man's voice. And it's not even just about the singing no more. Like, even the NBA players are actually using that in games, all that. Talk about that for a little bit.
Yeah, it's been real crazy. It first started off with Kyrie, and then like recently this past season, J.R. Smith, LeBron, and Kyrie all been saying it. So it's been crazy. Something I started, everybody in the NBA saying it. So it's a lot of people out here saying it.
So okay. I mean, you're not surprised, I'm sure, about the people who watch your videos, and I wish I could tell you some of the people because I think it would crack you up, but I've been sworn to silence. But let me tell you, everybody it's not just players, okay? It's management, it's coaching.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that love your stuff. I remember watching this one video that we were sending it around in this like group chat. I don't know why I'm crying laughing. I can't. I sent him the video. I'm watching it over and over. I do stand-up for a living. I know why shit is funny. I'm watching this, and there's a point where you go, where you say dribble really fast because it's a really fast dribble. And then you go, tweet leg, drop. Bro, when you said bro, I'm crying laughing. I'm rewinding the video. I can't stop laughing.
Yeah.
Why is this funny? Why do we find it funny?
Because it's like people don't look at basketball highlights and see singing in the background. So when they see singing in the background in different type of terms, it's different. It's different to certain people. So it's a lot of people tell me that it's just different.
I can't watch SportsCenter.
Nah, I can't.
Let me tell you something. Watching one of the old white guys on SportsCenter repeat like a big pun lyric or whatever they do. You know what I mean? Like a Jeezy. That's what they do. They flip like some Jeezy shit into a highlight.
They go to rapgenius.com.
Exactly. Google. Who's hot now?
They gotta be animated. So
bro, if I don't hear them say drop cross, I'm not listening to it.
Real,
it's just little. It's just little.
That lane, all that shit.
Behind the back. There's something disrespectful about behind the back.
Yeah.
So tell me, like, do you have like any like crazy stories about any NBA players reaching out to you? Because I know people who who probably follow this podcast know I work at Bleacher Report, and how I got in contact with him was we had Victor Oladipo at our office one day. Okay. And
is he Nigerian?
Fellow Nigerian.
Bro. They stay together, bro.
We see the last name, we're just like, we're good. So he's sitting there.
You got barely no vowels in your long ass name? Word. Okay. Yeah.
So he's sitting there getting his shots up, and like, he goes to the rack, and he can sing too.
Yeah, he can sing.
So he hits the fillet. And I was like, oh snap! I was like, let me get that again.
Yeah.
So I put it on the Instagram and I hit him. And then we had a mutual friend. I was like, yo, send this to him right now. I gotta get in touch with this kid right now. Yeah. So now we're here. So have you had any like crazy stories about?
I don't really have any crazy stories, but it's just been a lot of crazy comments. Like growing up, you would want to imagine like watching the NBA and somebody respond to you or comment. So like,
first of all, you say growing up, you're like 16. So I honestly,
He's 24.
Okay, I was hating you. I saw your face. I was hating you. I was this kid, 17, changing the world.
Yeah, I get it every day. I'm 24 though.
Okay.
Yeah, so I get a lot of comments. So when I see certain people comment, I'm just like, wow, it's crazy. So
Cameron likes every post.
Yeah, Cameron
fucking
commented.
killer.
So I DM Brandon Jennings, he like, yo, bro, I love your movement. Andre Drummond, like it was crazy, man. Like it's just.
Have any people said they liked it and you were like, I'm good?
Nah,
you ever have some bums like your shit?
Nah, yeah, like joke him knowing like, yo, I'm good, bro.
Yo, Joe, keep your shit over there, all right?
It's never been no really crazy bum saying it, but it's just been
Who's
crazy.
that one bum I know it could be? The Spanish guy
Who you talking about?
from Spain.
Calderon?
Oh yeah, Jose Calderon. What do you mean Calderon bust my
Calderon will
ass?
give you 40. Low key.
He'll give you like
Stop.
40.
He give you 40, dog.
You guys
give you
think
like 40.
disrespect. First of all, they said 40 what? We're not counting the metric. That must be metric points. I'm
The
talking
NBA
about
is different.
American. Say what?
Tell him.
NBA
NBA's
different, man,
different.
from a regular person just playing. He'll probably kill you.
No, there's not even a question.
No.
Calderon, I'm busting his ass. It's not even a question. Especially, he can't defend me. How is he going to defend me?
Yeah.
Dog, he don't miss,
I'm
bro.
not too big.
He can't defend
He don't
NBA
miss.
players.
Guys, he's not going to get the ball.
Fam, you
What
got
I'm trying to
flat
understand,
feet.
he got only ankles. I don't even think he has feet the way that he plays defense. Okay? Horrible defender. We admit that.
He's a horrible NBA defender.
He's a horrible
NBA
NBA, and he's going against young Hezzy. I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you. I mean, what am I supposed to say here? I'm supposed to be humble? I'm supposed to be humble.
Nah.
They'll
Never.
humble you.
Never.
They'll humble you. You
They
see that
need
video?
it. Never.
See that video of Jaylen Brown on Instagram
First
this
of
week?
all,
Where
Jaylen.
some fan was trying to test him. He's like, yo,
Yeah.
stay behind that computer.
Yeah.
You'll sit here and get destroyed. I'm
Get
telling
work.
you.
Jalen,
Get
this
his
is
work.
from me to you, bro. I'm gonna give you until the All-Star break before I bust that ass. Because I feel like you're confident. I want you to go into this season with the utmost confidence. But I'm gonna break your will come half. What is it? Half season? I think All-Star break. LA.
Mid-season.
Mid-season.
Yeah.
LA. I'm gonna be ready. I've been rehabbing my ankle. My right ankle was causing me problems. I was putting too much pressure on the cross. I'm 33. You know what I mean? When I was younger, I could cross left. I could cross right to left, and it was good. But now, I have to take some time. Yeah, it's all over.
Now you're more than just an Instagram personality. You really do
You hoop.
Like,
Yeah, I
you're-
play basketball.
You really do play
Yeah,
ball.
I really
Bro,
play basketball.
I was watching your Instagram. You got some videos of you on Instagram.
Yeah, I got two pages. I got my Filayyyy page with just videos, and I got my main page. Like I play semi-pro. I'm looking to play overseas, so
I
I've been
know
playing basketball for.
We got it.
Those are
That'd be a
really
great
cool.
story.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to some folks. See if we have
We're
you played in
gonna
the
get-
DL.
We're gonna get you a tryout.
You even played the D
Yeah,
League?
no, I want
You
to.
can't call it the DL.
It's
Have
the
you
G
played
League.
in the
It's the
DL?
G League now.
G League,
Have you played in the down low league? I heard there's an
We
Atlanta
don't want to play in that
basketball
league. Not that there's anything wrong with that. You play in that league.
Shout out to John Amici. All right, so that's a throwback.
So, do you want to stick around? We're gonna do the store. We're gonna do the show. We're just gonna go through some topics. You want to hang out with us for a little
yeah,
bit?
we
man,
will.
talk
I'm
that
cool,
shit.
cool, cool.
All right,
What
man.
we
So-
need you to do, what we really need is a drop, because this is the Flagrant 2 podcast, but I feel like today it's the Filayyyy. I can't do it. Grant 2 podcast.
You gotta drop
Hit
it.
that, because I'm not.
Filayyyy. Like you gotta drop it, you know.
You gotta give us the show, the Flagrant 2.
Yeah.
Oh, the Flagrant 2?
But the Flagrant 2.
Flagrant 2.
I like that. That's it. Put it down.
What you heard, Barstool? You're going down. You're all going down. ESPN, you're going down. All right?
We're not topping that. We peaked the show right there. We're done.
Shit, bro. I feel inspired, man.
Let's do it.
I feel inspired. That'd be the worst when you are saying that to the person you're playing against. Like, it's
I
one
did that a few
thing.
times.
It's one thing to hear the
times.
highlight, but you got to do it every play.
Yeah, you got to. You got to.
Anyway,
every
You also
play.
got to D up so they don't hit you with that shit.
Yeah,
'Cause
nah,
that would be.
you got to, yeah.
have you been filleted?
No.
By a girl ever?
No.
A girl could
Never
a
know.
girl fillet you?
But no, she not gonna fillet me.
No, it's impossible.
This is why, like, you gotta play. I gotta be in my P's and Q's. We might score, hit a jump shot, and but like, no, it's not
No, there's no way.
I do the filleting. You don't do it. Only me. You can't.
The man is confident. I like it.
They try
You
to do
gotta
it
be
though.
I
confident.
do the fillet.
You gotta be with the movement and everything. And people watching, they just be so quick.
Oh,
to
they
do
come
it.
at you, huh?
Yeah.
Of course.
I could be right. I could be standing in the baseline. Somebody could be right here and lay the ball up. Oh, I filleted them.
No.
Like, I'm over here, but
So
it's
now
just,
you got like a
now you gotta
bigger target
like,
on your back.
Yeah,
because
so
of
it's just
all
like you
this.
gotta always be on your P's and Q's. You always gotta be like that, regardless of the fillet movement. Anyway, like when I play basketball, I'm just like that anyway. So it's just
Okay, you know
gotta
what?
be ready.
Before we get into the show, you know what I really appreciate about the fillet movement is that it makes layups cool.
Yeah.
And that's helpful at 33, where I can, you know what I mean? Like, I can no longer dunk, but I love the fact that I could lay it on someone and make them feel even worse. Like, I feel like dunking was for the 90s. Now it's about Filayyyy. You know?
It's also helpful if you're a 5'7". So.
That's true. Akaash been filleting.
My dunking days have been done.
That's definitely what it is.
All right, let's get into this shit. Basketball season's obviously starting.
Tip off.
Let's go.
Tip off Tuesday, goddammit.
Tonight.
Yes, sir.
Everybody's talking about these super teams. I've been thinking about it. There's only one super team.
The Warriors.
There's one super team. Well,
gonna
there's two super teams. There's the Warriors and then whatever team LeBron is on. He's that good that I consider whatever team he's on to be a super team. But everybody's acting as if there's like 10 super teams in the league. Just because you throw a couple stars together doesn't make it a super team.
Listen.
I really think Golden State Warriors the only legit superstar.
I truly believe in my heart of hearts. You give me a healthy Oklahoma City team. I'm not saying they beat Golden State.
Yes.
But they give them some problems.
They match up well.
They match up very well.
What happens when they go to the bench? Who's on the bench?
Don't matter.
It don't matter.
You got Russell. First of all, Russell Westbrook kept them in striking distance when he was just by himself.
Sure, Melo's 30 pounds overweight. There's no way in hell he's going to be able to...
You gotta let that Melo hate go, bro. You gotta let that Melo hate go, bro.
First of all, I don't hate Melo. I'm just trying to keep it real, okay? He's looking heavy in the cakes.
First of all, pause the whole statement,
Real talk, Melo's giving Lala a run for her money, yo. Honestly, I don't know who's the thicker Anthony. I really, at this point, do not know who the thicker Anthony is.
So I'm disturbed that you're comparing cakes between Lala and Melo right now.
What am I supposed to say? We talked about his hips last week.
That was you too.
He got birthing hips, and now all of a sudden he got fat ass. You think moving to Oklahoma's gonna shrink it? All that corn and stuff they eat out there, it's over, bro.
You're bugging.
It's over, bro. I'm telling you, you're gonna see.
Hoodie Melo.
Nah, he eating fish. Paul George caught his damn self
in Oklahoma.
He's been playing in hoodies all summer, bro. He's shed out at least 20 pounds.
You think Hoodie Melo's gonna make it happen?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Well, all right,
I'm just saying. No, it's my honest opinion. I don't think nobody beat the Warriors. I don't
think anyone's beating
Kevin
them
Durant
either.
he just averaged 35 plus all playoff play last year. I just honestly don't think nobody gonna stop them.
I just want to see who's gonna make it interesting.
Me too. I think who's gonna give them who's gonna give them like, all right, we might have to.
I think Oklahoma City matches up well, dog. First off, Russell Westbrook alone gives you a shot.
So if it's not Oklahoma, who is it?
Knicks. Knicks in 4, guys. Knicks in 4.
You see
Knicks
my
with the
son?
sweet, bro.
You see my son, Michael Beasley the other night?
What did Beasley say?
Beasley was cooking.
What'd he do?
He had like 20 at half against the
Left-handed
Rockets.
Melo?
Don't matter. He's mellow from the left. He's mellow from the left. He's mellow from the left, bro.
because I know Andrew and I know what he does. You're supposed to be reasonable.
No, I'm being real. How you gonna say he's not mellow from the left? How many rings do they both have?
Don't do this.
0.
We're not doing the ring talk today, bro.
I'm just saying.
It's the beginning of the season. We're all optimistic. We all think
Listen,
good
Hoodie
things
Melo.
happen. Hoodie Melo's gonna
Hoodie
come
Melo.
through. They're not gonna beat the Warriors, but it'll be fun to watch.
Hoodie Melo.
Paul George's gonna be furious halfway through the season.
So tonight,
Of course, always.
tonight's the big, Kyrie versus LeBron first time
If
meeting.
LeBron plays, even
And LeBron, what do you mean LeBron?
there was
plays?
talk about him not playing because of the ankle.
Oh, word! I did hear about that.
Yes.
LeBron, there's no way the hell LeBron's sitting there.
He wants to give it to him.
What?
Yeah. What?
Bro, he's had that. He didn't even have to circle the date. He's like,
Surprised
yeah,
if he just
out.
I'd be surprised if he get in and just pass the ball and just wants to be out here. He's not gonna pass.
I think
that.
LeBron
don't
could
think
sit
that.
this out just to
Piss him off.
Yeah, just to fuck with Kyrie more. Like, look, I don't care about you. You're so insignificant to me. I'm just sitting the season opener out.
I don't know, man. LeBron's been talking that savage season mode all
Kyrie
season
about to get
on Instagram and Twitter, and like he's been zoned in, bro.
Do you think Kyrie bit off more than he could chew?
No,
I don't think that. I just think as a young player growing up, he just want to do his own thing. Like, it's no disrespect to LeBron or none of them, but he just want to go his own route. He don't want to, not saying take the back seat, but I mean, it's a decision.
Look, it's
that
tough.
Most people gonna make.
It's tough
Yeah.
when you
Not
feel
all
like you're a
everybody.
superstar and you're on
Yeah.
the same team as a superstar.
Yeah.
I mean, and I was
And he
talking to a
gonna get
buddy of
his
mine
credit
about this, and he was like, you have to understand, like, Bron picks the restaurant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And after a certain amount of time, you got your own signature shoe, and it's like LeBron wants to go to Fuddruckers every single fucking time. You're gonna be upset, right? You're gonna be like, bro, can we not go to Fuddruckers?
Yeah.
You're gonna want to have some say in what
Turn down
happens.
a championship for Fuddruckers. You hate Fuddruckers so much.
Some people hate
guaranteed finals appearance.
Not everybody likes warm chocolate chip cookies.
That's the one thing about being on LeBron's team, though.
Yeah.
Because it's like, bro, first off, it always seems like LeBron's teams are like very cliquey. Right,
Yes.
So it's like when he was in Miami, it was him and Wade, and how come Bosh ain't always hanging around and blah blah blah.
Yep.
Now when he's in Cleveland, it's like, oh, like how come it's just always like him and Kyrie don't really kick it like that,
Right.
or him and Kevin Love don't really kick it like that. Like it's Bron's circle against and it's everybody else, right? Here's one thing I don't think we get on Cleveland enough about, right?
Okay.
LeBron James is the best player on the planet, right? They've had him for 10 years now. This is their 10th year having LeBron James, and they have one championship to show for it. In what other sport where somebody could be the best in the world in what you do, and you get one championship out of 10 seasons? If we were calling Tom Brady the best ever for the past 10 years, and he only had one Super Bowl to show for it in the last 10 years.
Cleveland's management is terrible, but I don't think that's like a secret.
Oh, I agree that their management is terrible, but at the same time, for the past 5 years, who's really been in charge over there?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody listen to.
That's the problem.
How many trips to the
What's
finals?
the guy's name? What's the name of the owner? Dan whatever
Gilbert,
Gilbert.
yeah.
Ain't nobody listen to him. That's Bron City.
Yep.
That is true. It is
He
Bron
say
City.
goals.
But what? I mean, what do you think about? I totally forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, go. Trips to the finals. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
How many trips to the finals? Right. It's not like he's had zero
About to be his
success.
8th straight.
Okay, so if this guy's going to the finals with Cleveland, right? It's not like you can't say there's success. We always do this, and it comes down to the Jordan conversation. Whereas Jordan is never penalized for the times he didn't even get to the finals, and he is congratulated and celebrated for the times that he won them. But there are a lot of years he was in the league where they didn't even make it.
Listen,
now
I
we
love
punish
LeBron.
Bron for losing in the finals, right? Why don't we punish them the same
Difference
way?
is LeBron is making it through a much weaker East. than
Yeah,
Jordan
true.
wasn't making it through. Now I love LeBron. I want LeBron to be the greatest ever.
You gotta remember all those teams that kept Michael Jordan from the finals.
Yeah.
though.
Right.
It was the Bad Boy Pistons and the legendary Boston Celtics. Like those were all time great teams that were
Who
keeping
was
them
on
from
the Celtics?
Your man's Larry Bird.
Bird. Pistons were Bill Laimbeer.
They were still giving people to work though.
Yeah, they
They
was.
were trash. Come on, bro.
Hey, you're bugging, son.
Let me say this in defense of LeBron, though. First of all, management sucks. The first time he's there, his second best player in the finals is Booby fucking Gibson.
Right.
Insane. to me.
Mo Williams.
Mo Williams. He
Like,
made
come
Mo
on.
Williams an all-star.
He made Mo
fam.
Williams an all-star,
He
though.
went from
Second thing.
averaging 14 points.
Second thing, LeBron is the
Stop.
best player I've ever seen who's never had a great coach. Every other great player I can think of has had a great coach.
Okay, but all right.
LeBron
See,
barely had a
doing it on
coach.
his own.
I have a rebuttal for that though, right?
Okay.
Well, LeBron, his basketball IQ is so much higher than everybody else on the floor that it makes even the coach look like in comparison that he doesn't know as much as he should. Right? So are we going to call Eric Spoelstra a bad coach? Eric Spoelstra is a great coach.
Eric Spoelstra
He's not a great coach. He's a good
How's he not a great coach?
He's a good coach.
They have never.
I wouldn't more
Spo
say
is
great.
underrated.
I'll say, yeah.
He just
I'll say
hasn't.
underrated.
He hasn't gotten the credit for it yet because he did it with Bron and didn't do it without him. But
and he was his third year coaching when he had Bron, so I think he got better.
yeah,
But
I think
when he had
Riley
Bron,
gets a lot of
But
the
at the
credit.
same time, like it was very easy for Miami to tank after they lost Braun and Wade and Bosh, and they still they weren't in the playoffs, but they were still competitive.
Yeah, they
like,
still
They weren't one of the top
They
8
got-
out
they
of
got-
12 teams in their conference.
No, but they you know what? They
That's
turned
bad, dog.
they made Deion Waiters look like an actual NBA player.
Yeah.
Like a legitimate player.
Deion is nice.
Right?
So
And he's
Oklahoma
dumb
City,
nice.
same
like
thing.
Deion.
I'm a
I
fan.
really do.
Billy Donovan did the same thing, and KD made a fake Twitter account to say he was a bad coach.
That's how bad that shit was. But okay, so tonight with the Cavs and Celtics playing each other for the first time, it's in Cleveland, right? Or it's in Boston? I think it's in
I
Cleveland.
think it's in Cleveland.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, and they did say that they're gonna give Kyrie a big video tribute when they come out, and
Okay.
they're gonna give him his
keeping it
props for
classy.
gonna be very classy.
Yeah.
Should they have been petty?
Hell yeah.
Yes.
They should have been.
Absolutely, yes.
Of course.
They should have been petty. I mean, LeBron has been so petty with this relationship he has with Dwayne Wade. I mean, that's all a shot at Kyrie, right? It's like whenever you know when you have a girlfriend that you break up with, and then your new girl, you just post tons of pictures with her. You guys are going to do all the activities your old girl wanted to do.
They're
Going
taking
on
like couple
vacation.
interviews together,
Yeah, you're going
like
cave diving and shit, like everything your ex
baby,
wanted to
LeBron's
do.
so Do that with cute.
Boom, exactly. So that's what he's trying to do. I mean, he's just saying. I mean, whatever. How many times are we going to hear about LeBron's shitty hair and where Wade has great hair? I mean, they're really milking it. I get it. It's cool to see them together. I did like them talk about how cheap LeBron was.
Yeah.
which I you know, if you've ever seen the movie, you seen the movie Trainwreck, right?
No,
You never seen Trainwreck?
no, but there's a little thing in Trainwreck that apparently I've never spoken about
Oh,
publicly. But maybe I will say it. There is a character called Schulz in Trainwreck.
really?
And he's a real dick.
He's a dickhead, kind of misogynist co-worker
Really?
of her, and apparently that's a jab.
I did not know this.
Yes.
Wait, hold
Apparently
on.
that's
Let's
a jab.
forget
I have good authority
Forget what
to
we were
say.
about to talk about. Hold on. I did not know that Amy Schumer was throwing
That's what I heard from
Jabs at you.
a good source. Put it that way.
really.
My only issue is just let me play it. I would gladly make fun of me.
First of all, I didn't know you. I didn't know you and Amy Schumer like were.
It's like we can't even be in the same sphere to have beef because she's so big. But there was an awkward interaction once at the Comedy Cellar. She was giving Chris Rock the wrong directions to a comedy club. I interrupted. I said, "Hey, this is."
He mansplained the right
I
direction.
mansplained the right direction. You know, women can't drive, whatever. So I just said, "Hey, this is where it is." And then later that night, I get this like scathing Facebook message. Like, do you not
Really?
like me? Why did you do that? And I was like, "Lady, you were about to give the best comic in the world the wrong directions to a comedy club. You might not like him as the best, but you know he's up. He's top
up there.
five.
He's
top
up there.
He's top five.
You know what I mean?
Top five.
So so I basically and then that was it. And then all of a sudden, my name is in this this movie.
Wow. And that's why I never said. So see, if you would have saw the
That's
movie,
your biggest credit.
and that's your claim. That sucks. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to go through that, bro. I'm just here just trying to explain how
bro.
LeBron was really
LeBron know your
cheap.
name though. Think about that.
Yeah.
Yo, bro,
Yeah, it does.
it's fucked up. Every time I'm in the
That's two of LeBron's friends right here.
every time I'm on a JetBlue flight and I'm looking for something to watch and there's just absolutely no movies and there's just one movie I haven't watched is Trainwreck. I'm like, I'm not gonna give this bitch the fuck. No, not getting watches on my name. Anyway, go on.
Oh man, no, I was saying all that just to say like, yeah, in that movie, LeBron plays himself, but
Yeah.
he's notoriously cheap
Yeah.
and like he uses coupons and all the other stuff.
That's why he got rid of Kyrie.
Why?
Saved $30 million in the salary cap.
Oh gosh,
They were over $30 million, right?
That is true. That is true. But it
Bye.
wasn't all on Kyrie though.
Say what?
It wasn't all on Kyrie.
Maybe
though.
he
They're
put it
paying
in
that
there.
luxury tax anyway. the
Maybe
luxury
he put it
tax.
in there though. Maybe he inceptioned it. He was like, "Yo, you want your own team, don't you? I want to get back with Dwayne."
Let me ask you this about Kyrie. Kyrie wants to be Kobe, and I think I didn't like Kobe when you played, but now I really respect Kobe and what
Yeah.
he did. Kyrie wants to be Kobe. Is he capable of being Kobe? He's not. He's not the defender. He's not as long. I don't know if his basketball IQ is Kobe level.
I honestly don't think, and I'm a Kyrie fan, like
Yeah, me
St.
too.
Pat's High School, like alumni, all that type of stuff. I don't think he has the physical capabilities of being a Kobe.
That's what I'm
like he can want to be Kobe all you want, but like, bro, there's only so much you can do at 6'3", 200 something
yeah,
pounds.
Mamba mentality, point guard, physicality.
Yeah, exactly. Like, bro, like,
Stockton physicality.
and it doesn't hurt, and it doesn't help that you're you know trying to do this in the era where people may say we're in the golden age of point guards right now. You got Steph, you got Isaiah, you got Westbrook, you got Harden, you got Chris Paul, you got Lillard, you got, I mean, anybody you could think of. Like, that's a murderer's row of point guards. And it's like, even on your best night, Kyrie's what? The third best point guard in the NBA? On his best night. I'm still not taking him over Westbrook.
I'll take him.
I'm still not taking him over Harden.
I'll take him over Kobe in an ISO situation.
Nah.
I'll take him over anybody. ISO, just one-on-one.
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 You taking Kyrie or
ISO,
Kobe?
one-on-one.
Wait, time out. Which Kobe are we
Which
taking? We
Kobe,
taking
yeah,
prime
which Kobe
Kobe?
we talking
8,
about?
24, the
Any
one in
Kobe?
the hotel room with that girl. Any Kobe you want, bruh. Any Kobe you want, all right? No matter what kind of score you got.
I don't know. I don't know about that one.
I can't.
Kyrie,
I don't know.
ISO 101, no help.
It's Kobe,
Just-
dog. It's Kobe. It's not
It's,
even
yeah,
close.
like it's Kobe, man.
You're
Like,
bugging,
I'm sorry,
man.
it's Kobe.
Even
the end of the day,
You
I'm
really think Kobe can finish better than... Because Kobe's going to go to the fade. Kyrie gonna get to the rack, baby. That's layups all day. There's no way you can stop him.
That fade.
8 Kobe, you getting dunked on.
This is facts.
All here. Yeah, meet me up there. Kyrie play. Nah, I might take that 8 Kobe.
Nah,
Really?
bro,
I might take that 8.
I'm
8
taking
Kobe or
the Kobe. I'm taking. Give no fucks Kobe from when he had like so much Parker as a teammate and he dropped 81.
Oh yeah.
That's the Kobe I want. When he had absolutely.
Kobe. I take Kobe right now wearing them same ugly ass Adidas that made him leave the company.
Those moon boots. Even though we love Adidas,
yeah, shout out to Adidas. You guys really stepped it up.
Yeah,
Doing great things over there, guys. All right, and then Rick Pitino's a snitch. Anyway, snitching as Italians. Remember when Italians had a code? Remember when Italians wouldn't snitch?
I remember they used to sleep with the fishes.
Fuck, he did, bro.
Man, he got to go and answer for that when he gets home, bro.
So he's done. Patino's done.
Patino's officially fired now. Before it was taking a undisclosed leave of absence. Now he's officially gone from Louisville. Wow. And that's just the first domino to drop, man. Like I feel like with the NCAA, bro, and I'm sure you know this, like coming up and seeing, you know.
I just knew, like, as you growing up and watching it, it wouldn't have happened if he wouldn't have got caught.
Yeah.
So like, if he wouldn't have got caught, it'd still be going on. So it was going to happen. It's been happening for years. Like people were like, oh wow, Vic Pitino. No, it's been happening. People been getting broken off.
He's the tip of the iceberg.
Did any of your friends get broken off?
You know, we just talk about no snitching. You talk about did any of your friends get broken off?
I'll snitch.
Come on,
I got no problem snitching, bro. I'll snitch. I'm all about snitching today. Okay, Filayyyy, motherfucker. Let's go. I'm gonna fillet you. Fillet all these motherfuckers, bro. I was messing with this girl. She said that they had Jabril Peppers in high school. The high school paid for him and his mom to move into the neighborhood that was zoned for the high school. Put him up in the whole thing. Dennis Scott Jr. took a bag to go to wherever the fuck he went.
Dennis Smith Jr.
Dennis Smith Jr. Yeah,
he went to NC State.
Yeah, he took a bag to go to NC State. He got offers from everybody else. Big old bag to go there.
What? I respect it.
I know you love it.
I respect it, bro. I'm like, get these young folks.
Oh, you're dumb
paid,
to
bro.
not take a bag. Do it.
No,
you think Reggie Bush really sad he doesn't have a Heisman?
You don't give a
No,
damn.
he got a fake Kardashian knocked up. He's good to go. This guy's happy.
His family was straight by the time he was 18 years old, dog. That's the American dream. You
Damn
kidding me?
it. I don't have a Heisman. What will I do?
It's like at the end of the day, these people are telling you, okay, what are you more loyal to? This school that you're going to be at for 1 year before you go to the NBA?
1 year gonna
Or your family who have been like raising you until you were 17 and like you can't even afford to keep the lights on and so fuck the school. You can't even give me the bread. I won't say nothing if you don't say nothing. We'll keep it moving.
I try to understand, these people who love a college team
You know who,
and that kind of shit
who
like that.
got school loyalty?
Who?
People with no talent.
Interesting.
This is
What the
true.
fuk else you gonna have faith in? You can't have it in your own shitty ass ability.
You know what's real? You know what's even sadder? The people who love the school and didn't even go.
Yeah, I hate that.
Like
I hate that.
Alabama fans were like, roll tide. And you're like, oh, when'd you graduate? They're like, no. Dropped out.
I went to SUNY Albany. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
Like,
Bro,
why are you going super hard for the Tar Heels, bro? Like you went to Syracuse.
It's odd, bro.
I don't get college athletics outside of March Madness and then the NCAA, like the football playoffs. I'll watch.
And the hypocrisy of March Madness is the only reason why it's so popping is because of gambling. It's because everybody else is gambling.
Yeah.
So it's literally everyone in the world is getting paid off these people. The people who are behind the scenes, the fans that watch it and gamble on it. Literally everyone is eating off of this.
Even brackets are only popular because you got money on the line.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
We need the
might as well
gambling
give
for
them money anyway.
Yeah, bro. And it's not even like, here's the thing. The schools don't even have to give them money.
They don't.
Just let them go get their own money and don't penalize them for that.
Let them sell their fucking jerseys. Let them sell their signatures. Do that kind of shit.
Dog,
It's just like
easy.
almost like the NBA.
Exactly.
They have fans as well.
Exactly, bro. And
Just
it don't
in
even
college.
And it don't even got to be like big deals. Like
don't.
if you play ball in college and your local Applebee's wants to pay you $1,000 to come sign some autographs before the big game, why the fuck not?
Yeah.
What does that have to do with the NCAA? What does that? Why is your hand in my pocket?
Penalizing a player for that. I don't get it.
I think what they're doing is they're making it so that a university can't buy the Applebee's and say, hey, we'll let you come here and sign autographs and give you $20,000 to do it.
Yeah, but Nike could buy the school. and that's fine.
Sure. I'm not saying one is better than the other, but the idea to protect is, okay, a small university, let's say you go into a small Davidson or some shit like that. Davidson can't afford to hit you off with $30,000 to go sign autographs at Applebee's. Alabama can. North Carolina can. That's what they're trying to protect against, right?
But
like,
are you
I'm not saying they're
good
doing a
enough,
good
though?
job. I'm not saying they're doing a good job, but that's the idea behind
I
it.
guess, but I mean, like at the end of the day, like if you're good enough to warrant $30,000 from an Applebee's or Alabama or North Carolina, okay. But there's some people who aren't that good, but that are
99%
still
of them aren't.
the man in their city, in their country, in their little
I just think it
neighborhood.
just comes down to like the talent of the player and the publicity for the college and stuff like that. They just like, cause I think if that was to still happen, these low colleges won't get recognition like the big top ones.
Of course not. They won't get anything. I mean,
won't be
you
nothing at
couldn't
all.
even do Filayyyy if you were in college. If you were making money off it, real talk, right? Like if you took any sponsorship or any of those kind of ads,
it'd have been over for me.
because they shut down some kid's YouTube account.
Yeah, the dude, I forgot, he was like a kicker.
Yeah.
And he was like, he had a YouTube series just about like life as a college athlete, and it did really well.
I'm sorry, if you're a kicker and you manage to
That's what I'm
monetize
saying. He's a
that,
kicker, dog.
Don't let that man eat.
What the man? He already got it hard enough. He can't even work out with the rest of the team.
not allowed to?
No, dog. Like they sit off to the side and they just kick all day. They don't lift. They don't do nothing.
They just kick.
That's it. Bro, they don't even like sit with the rest
Set
of
the
the team.
little thing up. They got the little net and they just kick. Set it up, kick. That's it.
That's it, bro.
That's
like
it.
they already got it hard enough, and
All
they
practice.
took this man's scholarship
wow.
just because he had a just because he got popping on his own with his YouTube channel.
Yeah, that had
But
nothing
shout out to
do
Wilson
with
Sports
this
though. Wilson Sports hired him to like after like he gave away his scholarship.
Yeah.
Wilson Sports hired him to do like content and shit like
Wilson Sports? Who's that?
Whistle Sports.
Whistle Sports?
Yeah.
Are they our competition?
No, they're not.
All right.
They're not.
Just letting you know. Whistle Sports. Okay.
Yeah.
Stupid ass name. Let me tell you something. Okay, you're not coming for.
Let me tell you something, Wilson Sports. You got money, we'll come.
Let me tell you something.
Listen,
Okay. We can be bought. Okay, I don't care if it's NC State, Louisville. We're available.
If you think we have integrity, we don't.
Listen, this TV's
Cut the check.
on layaway. I got 6 more payments for this TV. Okay, Wilson Sports, Whistle.
Whistle.
Whatever.
Whistle.
Oh, Whistle.
Sports.
Yeah, I
damn
can't
it.
do it. It's too soft. to be Whistle.
Anyway, tonight, Warriors and Rockets. The Warriors get their rings today.
Why would you name your sports thing after the not athlete on the floor?
The ref.
Stops all the
Right?
fights.
The one guy everyone's yelling at all the time. It's like, you know that one guy in sports everyone hates? Let's name our thing after him.
Yeah. You want us to relate to the ref? Is it all ref commentary? Is it like that diesel NFL ref made another good call? How dare they take that game away from the Jets? What if it has nothing to do with players?
God.
That was a
We can
terrible.
talk
That was,
about
that
that
was
too.
a terrible
Oh my
call.
God.
That was terrible.
I almost threw my TV out the
Yeah,
window.
I'm not.
And
I'm
I was
not even a
like,
Jets fan. I got mad at that. That's
Bro.
crazy. Yeah, it's bad. That was
we're
bad.
either, and I segment my NFL fans by 2 people. People that are Patriots fans.
Okay.
And people who say fuck the Patriots.
Hot.
And that's what we were yesterday. Like you know me, like I'm not like this NFL season has been like, you know, it's like the guilty pleasure. It's like I kind of want to watch, but I don't because it's like one, not only because of all the bullshit happening around the NFL, the product just isn't good. And like a lot of people are getting injured. Like Rodgers is out now, Odell, JJ Watt, everybody that all the faces of the NFL except for like Brady,
Yep.
and I guess
injured.
Dak Prescott,
Yep.
is out.
Shut up, Dak.
You know what I mean? And it's like, that was one of those things where it's like, okay, this might be rigged. I really thought it was a rigged call.
It's not rigged for
I thought it was a-
week 5.
No, but here's my thing, though.
on, dog.
Here's my thing, though.
I
Here's
just think
my
they
thing.
cheat for the Patriots.
They
man.
do-
I
yo,
just
it's-
honestly think that.
It's always
Every
the
time.
Patriots.
It's always them.
that get these
It's always
wild
them.
calls that you didn't even know existed.
Oh, yeah,
the
the
tuck
the tuck
rule.
rule, yeah.
The fucking.
I'm telling you, when have you ever seen a fumble like touchback in the end zone?
Yeah.
and
he
he
gets-
still
and he-
had it in his hands.
I don't get it.
That's the thing
That's
that
crazy.
confused me is that I thought that he did regain possession.
He did.
Yeah, it was.
He stripped it, got it back, but the call was crazy.
That sounded like one of your videos.
It was crazy.
Stripped it, got it back.
Wait, and now the new one.
That's cool. I'm gonna use that too.
I'm getting better at that shit, son. Throat is warmed up, pause.
Yo.
All right, listen. Heavy in the case. Okay.
Whoa.
So we having white boy fun today. Shout out to Whistle Sports. Look, Look. Here's the thing. While we're talking about football, we have to acknowledge the resurgence of a very, very special running back back to his old ways.
All day.
O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson
Yes, sir.
was out at the club. Did you see him?
He was out at the club with a white woman.
With multiple white women,
Schulz
cougars,
is right, dog. Schulz is
milfs.
absolutely right.
These dumb girls were talking to him. He's drinking a pink martini. I mean, he is so approachable. He looks phenomenal. Skin is great. And these girls were trying to get killed. I don't understand women. I don't understand. It's like it couldn't be more clear that you'll get murdered, right? First, it was the felon model. Do you remember
Felon
him?
Bay.
Felon Bay, they called him.
Bay.
It was this handsome felon dude.
Dog, the fucking Boston bomber women were going crazy over.
Yeah.
I don't
They
understand.
put him on the cover of Rolling Stone. I'm like, oh my God, he's so dreamy.
Ted
I'm like,
Bundy,
he's just
women love
killed
Ted
like
Bundy.
10 people, dog.
Honestly, I know there's a woman that you have here, but that's your girl.
Yeah.
So you're spoken for in terms of men. We don't need to
Also, I
figure
think
out.
it's more
Listen,
white women.
What is it?
I think it's more
White women are
women.
certifiably crazy. Here's the thing about white women is that they need excitement constantly. There's this constant.
white people.
Yeah, it is white people. Life is very calm.
Yeah,
for us.
skydiving and all that.
Skydiving, gentrifying neighborhoods. There's no, for real, right? It's like there's this convo.
Underrated line.
They come
so fucking good.
They come together. They come together and they go. Listen, what neighborhood doesn't have a parfaits? Let's bring parfaits to Bushwick. Let's bring parfaits to Bed-Stuy, etc. And then they just move in. They want to be excited. I'm telling you, because I grew up with these people. Okay, these are my people.
I've said this for years. White people don't appreciate the value of life.
They don't.
And
Too
that-
calm.
They don't.
It's too. Listen.
They probably saw OJ in the corner of the bar in the club's like, ooh, that looks exciting.
Right.
Let me go talk to
Let me
OJ.
go see if that person will kill me. You have to understand white people. Think about white people, right? They were living life fine in Spain, right? And there was a known way to get to India to Akaash's people, right?
Yeah.
On the road. You could just walk. And there was a white
They're like,
person who
"You
was
know
like,
what?
nah, I'm going the other way, and there might not be a round world, so I might just fall off the ends. But I'm going to try. I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to go for it because I think it's a sphere. How do you know? I'm just guessing at this point. But
I remember I went to a white school as growing up, and I remember in middle school they had this like they were trying to tie it into exploring for Spain, and they were like, if you go to outer space, it would take 4 years. You might not make it. You don't know what you're going to see out there. You might not live. Probably not going to live. Who would want to go? And every white person raised their hand, and I was looking around like, what the fuck is wrong with you? 4 years to go see blackness?
No, I honestly, this happens.
I don't get that.
It's
I
not
just
to
think
be
white people like
understood.
to experience more than life itself. I honestly think
Because
that.
life is
It's boring.
Safe.
Yeah,
It's safe.
like-
and
They wake up and they go,
They
there's
feel
food in
bored.
the fridge,
I'ma
there's
go get something out
electricity, I have a job, and if I don't have a job, my parents will take care of me.
Yeah.
They have all this comfort,
The
and they
majority
go,
of white people just have like a very bad risk assessment. Like
it's not the
level.
majority.
Not majority, not majority, but-
if they feel like it'll be fun and it's worth risking their life for, they'll do it.
Oh, we love
Black
it.
people be
Okay.
like, is there?
No.
No, I'm good. I'm quit.
Dude, it's like skateboarding just started entering the black community. You know what I mean? Like this is like in the last 10 years. Like all of a
It took
sudden,
us like a good decade and a half to be like, niggas could do this.
life had to get good. And like
That's
there was
white
black.
Kaz used the N-word today.
Oh,
It's crazy.
gosh, damn.
No.
Oh, we brought filet. Kaz just started letting it go, bro. Yo, Kaz out here today.
Damn.
You know,
I'm getting too comfortable around
Too
y'all,
many people
man.
commented. Why does that guy sound white? He's like, oh, I'm gonna tell them.
I'm gonna know that.
I'm gonna show
God damn
them
it.
who's white.
Got the
real
cameras
talk-
here today. I'm like, nah, fuck that.
Tony
You
Hawk
don't
was
get a
bringing all
nigga
that. Tony Hawk was bringing all that money in with those video games and all that shit. And I guarantee there were some black people around. Like, look, I know we could jump higher than these white boys. I know for a fact we could do this shit more. Let's just hop on a skateboard and see what the fuck happens. And now they're killing it.
Yeah, I think the best like street skater is like a black dude, Nigel Huston or whatever.
His name is Nigel.
Nigel,
Oh,
NYJAH or
Oh,
something
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
No, I've heard the name.
Yeah, nah, he's a beast, and he's black, like young black dude.
Shout out to Nigel.
Dude,
Come
dope.
talk to us. We would like to know why your life was so privileged that you had to decide to create danger. Okay? What suburb did you grow up in, Nigel? Okay, but the real person who the resurgence was Adrian Peterson, beast of a game.
He had a hell of a game, man. If you're the New Orleans Saints, like, What are your thoughts?
They had a
right
hell
now?
of a game.
They did.
They put up, what, 51 or something?
Lost the
Yeah.
lead, though. Almost
They
lost a
did.
35-point lead.
But that's literally the only game that the Saints could play, though. Like, they're not.
Yeah, I think
they
do that
can't
every
slow
season.
it down.
Every
Yeah.
season.
Drew
They got
Brees
one
is
game
always
like that.
Exactly. Drew Brees is always going to throw for 1 million yards in a season and throw all that stuff. But like, dog, like the Saints are who they are at this point. Like the
They're
Cardinals.
not getting no better.
No, they're not going to get no better. Like Drew Brees is going to put up his numbers.
Yeah.
They'll win some games, but they'll lose a lot more. And then
Draft well. It blows my mind.
don't
They
draft
keep
well,
drafting
yeah.
offensive players in the first round. Like, what the fuck are you
and
doing?
they never pan out.
What the fuck are you doing?
What
Defense
is-
only?
What is the, is there anything to the idea that maybe Drew Brees can't handle another star on the team?
Maybe.
I don't think
Who
so.
was the last person who was a star on
Yeah.
the Saints?
I don't.
I think that's the Saints' fault.
I don't know.
John Payton gets a lot of pub.
I'm about to say Sean Payton's like the second biggest star on that team. I mean, who else? I mean, does Reggie Bush count?
Even when they won,
Brandon Cooks?
Ingram?
Ingram, maybe. I don't know. But
I mean, who else
but they
is the
haven't.
star?
Who have they drafted that just got really good?
Say what?
They haven't even drafted anybody that became a star. Like it's not like he's not like draft shitty players.
yeah.
They drafted.
I'm not saying
they
he's
still
saying
can't
that.
Get, no, they still can't get good. Is my point.
Okay.
So
So
it's just the front office.
so they suck. They just have bad scouts.
Yes. And what bothers me about Adrian Peterson is that Zeke didn't get suspended a week earlier because the Cowboys could have traded for him. And fuck, and that would have been amazing.
Okay, can we explain what's going on with the Zeke situation?
I'm so in the dark with that.
So now,
Me too.
Let me know.
okay, so essentially he was going to be suspended 6 games. Then they removed the suspension. I looked into this. The court case against him by the state of Ohio was dropped. So there's no longer a court case against him, yet there's still a possibility of a suspension to be upheld?
So no, the suspension wasn't for the court case. The suspension was, we know you were found innocent in the court of law, but we still think you hit this rule.
Yeah.
So we are suspending you 6 games.
Yeah.
Now, listen, as a Cowboy fan,
yeah, I'm a Cowboy fan, so I just,
Shouts.
I know, like it's just
Dallas
like
native.
I just know how it is. It's just like we know you're innocent, but we think you hit it, so we're gonna get you out of here.
Why don't the Cowboys get the same deal the Patriots get?
And
I don't.
Brady got 4 though.
don't know.
Brady got 4
Brady
for
did-
Deflategate.
Brady
That's
did
why
sit for that
Zeke
4.
had to get 6 for this because you can't give Zeke less games for hitting a woman
Yeah.
than Tom Brady got for deflating a football.
So Zeke deflates a girl's face, and then he only gets 6. He gets 6 games.
Yo,
He only gets 6 games for deflate face, and you get 4 games. You get 4 games for
But
deflate.
they're not giving Tom Brady no more than 4 games. Period.
Yeah.
Tom Brady.
Right. So it doesn't matter
But
what
my
he does.
thing is,
what he
my thing is,
does.
this is Jerry Jones too. Like, if
Yeah.
there's anybody that could get that joint knocked down, it should be him, right?
probably
So
don't
you think
care.
Jerry's cool with it because they're playing shitty? So you're like, we might as well sacrifice the season, get a nice little pick because we got no chance of winning. Is that?
that's kind of how I feel as a Cowboy fan.
Yeah.
But also, they're just not going to win the court case because it's in the. And I listen to a sports station in Dallas all the time. Still,
The Ticket.
Yeah.
Shout out to the
Shouts
Ticket, man.
I still listen every day, and they talk about this case a lot. And basically, it's in the collective bargaining agreement because the NFL union sucks that Roger Goodell has all authority for punishment. So you take that to a court, and the court is going to be like, "Look, this is in the contract that y'all signed. What the fuck can we do?" Any suspension. That's why Deflategate ended up getting upheld because it's like, bro, this is in
Why
the
do they
contract.
think that he hit her?
From what I've heard, if you really hear the details of it, it's not as open and shut as it sounds. Like it might not be provable in a court
mean
of
to
law,
laugh at
but
that.
No, that's all good.
I'm not laughing at domestic violence. I'm sorry. I was just.
Kaz got a text, but also he thinks
Please just finish your thought before I already said the N word twice. Like I'm already on thin ice there. All right? I can't afford any more
Coming
fuck
out
ups
party
today.
for Kaz, yo, beating women, dropping M-bombs.
but yeah, apparently there's a lot of smoke, like a lot of smoke, and you can't. It's not enough to prosecute in a court of law, but it's like,
That he hit her.
yeah, that he hit her, that he choked her, that he was physically violent.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, and there was like.
What's the context?
Wow. See, no.
I'm not.
No.
First
no,
of all, hold on. Hold on.
No,
That is a completely
no.
reasonable
No, I'm good.
question to ask. I feel like you have to know the context of these situations. What if she was attacking?
That's not Ray Rice's thing, bro.
Okay,
That's not Ray
but
Rice's
we know the
thing.
video of Ray Rice showed it was 100% wrong.
But that's literally the only difference between this
Also,
and
you
that.
had-
Hold on. What if she's attacking your mom? If someone's attacking my mom, I don't care if it's male or female. She gotta get at least mushed or snuffed. It's my mom, bro. Like,
well,
come on.
Yeah.
I would never put my hand on a woman. But once you attack my mom, you're a guy.
Okay, so in what cases is it okay to hit a woman?
Say what?
Is that?
If you're defending if a woman you care more about.
Okay. I can't believe we're doing this right now.
Let me tell you something. You got a girl, right?
Yeah, I got a girl.
Yep. Right?
Yeah.
A woman hits that girl. You'll knock that bitch out?
Yep.
First of all,
Would you say that if your girl wasn't right here, though?
Actually, you can ask her. I'll say it. 8 girls try to jump on, I'm jumping in there.
If it's 8, all right. If it's 8 girls, okay.
I gotta protect her regardless.
Understood.
what are you supposed to say? Hey, you got this, boo.
Nah, bro.
Put your hands up.
If it's the one on and she's losing, I'm like,
Yeah,
baby,
she got
you
one.
gotta
You gotta get in there.
You gotta take a move.
Kaz, you said you already said your girl's tall. You said
Yeah,
your
my
girl's
girl's like
5'11".
5'11".
She gonna beat up most girls.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But
no,
if
she'll
you-
legitimately beat up most girls.
I'm saying, but if you got like a Lisa Leslie coming at your girl swinging down on her, bro. What are you supposed to do?
I'm like,
You gotta hem her up at
You
least.
gotta weave.
You hem up? Hem up? Cool.
a good hem up. Yeah.
Hem up is
But I'm
cool.
not coming up like snuffing
Yeah,
that shit.
I'll just be like, all right, I'll hold it.
I'll break it up.
Come on.
Yeah.
And she swing.
If it's the one on, I'm gonna break it up. But if it's like 3 on 1,
yeah, I'm gonna have to be like, all right, I gotta.
I'm like, all right, I gotta.
Okay.
gotta
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah, you gotta
the
make
difference.
it even, bro. It's,
One-on-one, you gotta handle it.
The only situation where I feel like it's okay to defend yourself or someone else against a woman with violence is if they have a weapon.
Okay.
So if a woman has a gun or she has a knife, she's
You
no
have no
longer a
choice.
woman, right?
You have no choice.
This is someone who's attacking you with a weapon,
you're
right?
in danger.
Let's get the gender politics out of it, right? Like now, if a girl is attacking me, I've never hit a girl. I would never hit a girl. If a girl's attacking my girl, I'm gonna hold her back. This, that, the other. I'm gonna separate it. It's chill. That's what it is. Or if I'm gonna beat her boyfriend up, just out of boredom. It's like, yo, if they're fighting,
That is okay to move.
That's the move.
That is
That's the move.
swim stroke shorty, but I want you.
swim more. Swim more is great. He looking at you like, yo, what's good? What's going on, bro? Nah, if they beefing, we beefing, bro. Gang, gang. Man, we navigated that topic beautifully,
Yeah,
bro.
oh,
We
all
started
right.
out crazy. And
I was about to say, I was like, yo, I was afraid where I was going. I was afraid where I was going, but I'm glad.
Adidas has turned off the podcast. Whistle is still
All the
listening.
sponsorships are like, no, we're not doing this
Whistle.
shit. We're good. We are good on that.
You gotta protect yourself. Okay. Talking about breaking shit, Aaron Rodgers is down, broken collarbone.
Out for the season.
Bad.
Is that what they're saying?
Yes,
Just
out for
about.
the
They said
season.
likely out for the season, but
I mean,
you know,
yeah.
the season.
Roma had the collarbone.
To be honest, I think he's gonna be out, and I don't think he's gonna be out long. But I think he might be out majority of the season.
Yeah, that's
Because
his
if they're
own
not-
shoulder, too.
if
Because
they're
the
not
collarbone
playing
is
what-
the most. It's like the most. It's one of the sensitive parts on the top of your torso. So it's like it's gonna take a while for that to hit.
And you can't get dropped again, or it's gonna
Yeah,
snap.
as soon as any type of that's what happened to Romo. That's what really kind of took him out of his career. Basically.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
Once he hurt his
constantly
rib,
breaking it.
he kept getting hit there, and it just kept getting worse.
and it's like he the last time Aaron Rodgers was out, it was his other collarbone.
Yeah, it was his other
non-collarbone.
collarbone, yeah.
This is his throwing shoulder.
Yeah.
You can't fuck with
So
that.
it's like,
yeah.
no.
You can't mess with
And there's
that.
7 weeks left. Well, no, not 11. There's 11 weeks left in the season next year. So maybe.
Maybe
If they
he
make the playoffs,
if
but
they make the
they're not
playoffs,
gonna.
it'll be fine.
I mean,
is that
you know
Okay.
who would give him a shot if they signed him.
Your boy Cap.
You know they give him a fighting chance if they signed him.
You gotta give him at least a chance, man.
Because every time they want to say, time they want an opinion about how Cap shouldn't be on a team, they go for the black dude to give it.
Of course.
The white dude is throwing the
They go
alley-oop.
to Ryan Clark. And Ryan Clark's like, well, you
Well,
know,
I
we just
think
don't know.
Stockton to Malone, baby.
Well, I think that I think every time.
It's like, see, it's him. It's not us. We're just.
That's what you got to do. You got to do a fillet of them having that conversation.
I gotta find the video.
Hezzy. Step back. Step back.
All right, so let's talk about it.
Yeah.
The Colin Kaepernick is he's about to sue the NFL. He's going after
Filing a grievance.
filing a grievance against the National Football League that kept him out of the league. Apparently, this is why he's been silent. This is why he hasn't like he's apparently spoken to every single NFL team about trying to get a job. They haven't given him a job yet. So he chose, which I thought was interesting. He chose not to use the NFLPA. He went through his own independent.
Why?
That's good because it's part of the NFL. It's part of something that they're keeping him away from.
So the league would have influence.
It would have influence on it. So
also,
this
is the same
bad.
players' union that negotiated into the collective bargaining agreement that Roger Goodell has absolute power. Like they suck.
Yeah.
They're the worst union.
It's bad.
These players get treated the worst. They kill themselves.
Who's worse at negotiating? NFL Players Association, Native Americans.
It's on par.
It's close.
It is pretty close, though.
It's close. Right? They are all giving away their brains for the same price as Manhattan.
Wow. And they don't even get necklace, nothing. Right, you don't get beads.
Yeah. And you know what money is. And Native Americans didn't really know money was, you could do that.
Yeah,
that was a weird concept.
And the worst part about that the players committee is that like these people are signing these contracts knowing that they're not going to get this money.
For real.
Like they know like you could sign for like $80-something million, which is like apparently chump change in the NBA now. Like fucking Marquise Morris can make $80 million.
We got to talk about Morris in a second.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's like, you know you're not getting this money. Perfect example, look at Odell Beckham, right?
Yep.
Odell Beckham, he wants to be the highest paid player in the NFL. Yep. He damn sure probably was worth it, just judging by like how much offense he produces for the Giants and yada, yada, yada. Snaps his ankle. And not only did he not sign it, which is the reason why most NFL players sit out, which is your only bargaining chip in this entire NFLPA. Like, we'll sit out and I could possibly sign this contract where I maybe get close to this guaranteed money, right? Now you're at a point where what do you do if, you're the NFLPA and you're supposed to trust this, this committee that's supposed to look out for your best interests. So I feel Cap not like having
not
these
trusting
guys.
not trusting
Eminem did more for Colin Kaepernick than the players' union has ever done.
Those are that freestyle and shit, right?
I just feel like he shouldn't be punished for what he believes in. That's just my opinion on the Cap situation.
I agree.
I just feel like he shouldn't be punished for that. Or anybody.
I agree. And one thing that I need to add to that is with Cap, the only thing that really bothered me about this whole thing is just the excuses you keep hearing over and over about why people didn't want to sign him.
He's not a bad quarterback.
Yeah, it's like if Tom Savage could start over Deshaun Watson for a series, I don't even care if it was a whole game. He started over him for a series. He was clearly terrible. All the Browns quarterbacks are terrible.
Right.
Like, you mean to tell me this guy can't find like... It boggles my mind because it's like these people prioritize their politics over winning when winning's supposed to be the most important thing in the NFL.
It's not, though. The reason they prioritize winning is because winning makes you money.
Yeah.
They prioritize money.
That's all it's about.
There's no NFL owner who's like, I just love football and I only made money so I could buy a football team. That's not how they work.
No, he's absolutely right.
Money.
So
they all own football teams who say I own football.
What is it?
If you're weighing the options, right? So if you believe that I'm going to sign Kaepernick and I'm going to have so many people boycott my team or this league that the winning that he's going to bring me is not going to outweigh the money I'm going to lose.
Yeah.
It boggles my mind that people believe that they're that racist that if you make all this money from winning, you're still going to lose so much because you got this guy as the face of your team.
It's a horrible decision.
Yeah.
By the owners because they're underestimating the value of winning.
Yeah.
And there's one thing that we know for a fact is
and they're underestimating the black dollar as well.
Sure, but more importantly, the value of winning because the black dollar is 12% of America.
But
right?
it's a good percentage.
Sure, but it's 12%. So realistically, it's not.
And it's more in the NFL. I would think.
Yeah.
It's 12% tops in America is what I'm trying to say. There's 12% of America are black.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like that's what it can be. Now you're saying of how many people watch the
how many people
NFL?
Those people
let's say
watch
it's
the
30%.
Probably,
let's say 30%, which would be double or more than double the representation. But the point is, winning cures everything. Right. Like you look at a city like Boston. Historically, a very racist city.
Still racist, not even historically.
Well, okay,
it's racist
now,
today.
Currently. I can't speak on it because I'm not there to see it. But let's say historically, definitely, and now
racist moments
has racist moments. Bill Russell, the first black coach in basketball history, the first black player coach in basketball, and maybe even the first player coach in basketball. He's winning. There was a lot of white people that probably didn't like black people there. They were like, but he's doing the whole. He's one of the good ones.
Yeah,
that
but
kind of shit.
You'll watch those documentaries of Bill Russell, and he's talking about, bro, like I'm winning championships for the city, and these motherfuckers won't even let me sit on the table.
Sure. So better example. America and Japan bomb each other. World War II.
Okay.
15 years later, they're LeBron and Dwayne Wade. Hey, I love your culture. Hey, I love your food. Hey, bring it over. Let's be besties. And don't worry, we got you at the army. Everything. It's like as if that never happened.
I mean,
if you look at the relationship between Japan and America, it's as if we never drop two nuclear bombs on them, and they never bombed Pearl Harbor. It's amazing. So, at least in my personal opinion, I feel like winning cures all. And if you are worried about some sort of effect of racist viewers or something like that not watching, I think you underestimate how much people love sports.
Can I say two things?
Because there are some racist people in Mississippi and Alabama who tend to like watching Mississippi and Alabama.
Here's what I would say to that. I think Colin Kaepernick should have a job, but I don't think he's good enough to take a team to the Super Bowl. Now, second thing I will say, you know who should sign Colin Kaepernick?
Who?
The Jaguars. No one wants to watch.
Bortles is trash.
Bortles is trash. They don't do well in Florida. Everybody likes the Gators. They can't even sell out games. So who gives a fuck if your sales are bad? They're already talking about moving the team. Sign a guy who's definitely better than Bortles, and you got a great defense behind him, and he can win games for them.
But they're playing well.
I just think the NFL don't want to give in
because of Leonard.
They don't want to break.
They don't want to break because if they break, it's going to be like, oh,
Yeah, but they got a Muslim owner, fam. That's the dude to be like, who cares?
Yeah.
But for one, they're winning games because of Leonard Fournette.
Leonard Fournette is a grown man.
He's a grown-ass man.
This dude is, wow.
And two, do you think Cap has a legitimate case against the NFL? Like, do you think
There's no way to prove it.
Yeah,
He's doing it for publicity, which is smart because you want to keep it going. You want to keep your name out there. You want to keep the message out there. But in terms of proving collusion, you would have to literally prove that there was some sort of email or text chain amongst NFL owners saying that they didn't want you to be on the team.
But the guy who took the case is a pretty strong lawyer. You don't think there's something?
Fam,
you don't think
who's not going to take that case?
You don't think there's an ace in the hole that he might have?
There are women that defend Cosby. I'm sure you can get a guy, right? The female lawyer said Cosby didn't rape all these women. I'm sure you can get a guy to say a lawyer to say Kaepernick deserves.
No, it's not even about a lawyer.
No, he's saying you can't prove players in the NBA collude to go to whatever team. There's no way they can prove that ever. We all get annoyed as fans when the other team gets the best free agents. You can't prove they colluded because there's no way to prove it. Yeah. Same way with the NBA.
Not even if you have a picture of them on a banana boat together or whatever they were.
Not even have a picture of them all toasting to each other at a wedding. Like, we're all going to play together one day.
Cavaliers on 3.
Do you think the NFL owners are going to get proven that they were colluding? People way more rich and powerful with way stronger lawyers and all that stuff. They're not good.
I just think if Kaepernick don't do what he do, they're just gonna decease what's going on with him. He's just gonna push it out the way and it's just gonna be over. He's gonna keep going. And that's why he's doing
There's an interesting question, which is it more effective if he doesn't get on a team?
Yes. But why I'll say yes is because if he doesn't get on the team, people are gonna see like, oh, we have no rights regardless of what happens if he doesn't foul or not. So it's just like he's going to continue to do what he do to get his right or to get his justice because it's clearly driven what's going on in the NFL.
Yeah. Because think about it. If he does get on the team and he plays shitty,
it's gonna be better.
It's gonna be way
every
worse.
One of the team owners like, yo, we told you so. We're not complaining.
Told y'all.
You know what I mean?
He got money. He signed a contract like a $25 million signing bonus. He's a smart dude. He's not blowing the money.
But the thing is, what people forget about Cap, he didn't do bad when he played. Like, look at the years he played with San Fran. He had a different coach and a different playbook every single year. You have to learn different players. Yeah. So it just wasn't his fault all the time.
And when he had a good quarterback coach, he played really well.
He played good.
Because
with Harbaugh.
Harbaugh takes care of his quarterbacks. You know, I think he played well. And if you give Cap somebody like Andy Reid, I think he could thrive. I mean, look what he's done with Alex. I mean, that's a whole different discussion because we have to now have the discussion as NFL fans. Is Andy Reid the greatest coach who's never won a Super Bowl as a head coach, or is Alex Smith a legit quarterback? Because it's one or the other.
I think Alex Smith is a legit quarterback.
I think
because you gotta remember Alex Smith was a number one overall pick.
Yeah,
he was a number one overall pick before. Like he's now starting to live up to that, even if it took him like forever to get there.
No, he was the number one overall pick 12 years ago.
Yeah, but dog, if you're
Just getting
if you're just getting there.
30s. This ain't stand-up comedy.
Okay, but here's the thing.
Start at 21, takes 10 years to get good. This man been playing football his whole goddamn life.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, but like
Texas Hold'em.
Fuck out of here, man. Nobody gets
Chris Moneymaker just turned 47 and has really hit his stride with this poker game.
He can't be the anomaly. He can't be the anomaly.
Who here in 30s at 30 felt more spry than they did at 22?
Now your boy
Tom Brady,
Kurt Warner.
Kurt Warner.
Yeah, Kurt Warner
But
came
Alex
in
Smith
late.
was never
bro.
bad. He was just average as fuck. And like, for your number 1 overall pick, like you can't just be average. You can't be a game manager. He was like the game manager. Yeah. Now they're like winning
And
games.
so you're
because
not giving
of him.
credit to the coach that he suddenly started playing better when he got there.
No.
You're giving credit to the
'Cause Andy
quarterback.
Reid
Like, oh,
sucks.
he
I
finally
think-
figured it out.
I think
Because Andy Reid's trash. That's
I really
why.
honestly, I think Andy Reid might be the best coach to not win a Super
a
Bowl
beast.
on his own.
I think
Because
he's a good coach.
yeah, bro. Because what he did with Philly,
If nothing
Yeah.
else, great at finding
Because
talent.
Philly wasn't even that good before.
Philly
he
was
went
the
there.
and Donovan McNabb, from what my understanding, and I get in the I might get the stats wrong, but his actual quarterback numbers were atrocious.
Really.
And he managed to
He
go
won
to
MVP. He had MVP seasons. How did he have?
When that happened?
Andy Reid, wait, wasn't it when?
and then he
Alright,
took
Andy
Michael
Reid.
Vick.
All right, but Michael Vick was still a dog back.
Well, I
Poor
wouldn't
choice of
use the
words.
word
Michael
dog.
Vick was still very good.
Maybe
Michael
we
Vick was
use a
still very
different
good at the time. But yeah, man, I don't know. I've never really been sold on Andy Reid, man. Like his play calling ability is just, in crunch time situations, like when
His
it's time
time
to
management is the worst.
terrible. And it's like, bro, like that's when you make your money. You don't make your money in week 6 against like the Ravens or something. You make your money when the pressure's on. Everybody knows what you're gonna do. You've been scouted a million times. It's up to you to draw something up and make something happen.
That's a great point. He's a great regular season coach. Come playoffs, maybe he doesn't have the strategy to make things happen.
Ironically, the modern day Marty Schottenheimer, who also coached the Chiefs.
Who also coached them.
Interesting.
It's really basically ironically what it seems like. But he's still a great coach.
Yeah. I mean, he's a good coach.
You don't fuck with him.
I don't fuck with
Wait,
him.
how did we even get into this? Oh no, we were talking about
Kaepernick. Yeah. You
Yeah,
said it.
so I think it's an interesting discussion. I actually, because I care about the movement and I think the movement is very important, and I think that if he makes a team and is unsuccessful, it would hurt the movement in a way.
I mean-
I think he's more powerful not being on a team.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
this
really
lawsuit.
feel that way.
I feel like this lawsuit or this suit that he's putting out is basically him. I don't want to say giving up, but like saying like, yo, like I tried, like I'm not gonna. I know you guys aren't gonna sign me, so like I think the only thing that could mess that up is if a team is like, here.
So if they do that, it's going to be pointless for him to even do what he's doing.
And
I
this
think
may
if
be
he was a son, it would be pointless for him to foul. Like, why would he be like fouled and be playing in the NBA? It's pointless.
Interesting,
in the
yeah.
NFL.
So this is him just submitting essentially.
Yeah, like,
So if you're
Yeah,
Colin
submitting
Kaepernick
back
and you've already signed this deal, you don't know Aaron Rodgers is getting hurt, right? And then like the Packers offer you a deal the next day. Do you sign it?
Hell's the fuck yeah,
Well,
dude.
Here's the thing, though. I was
You
just about to
wouldn't?
say,
You'd be crazy
This
if
might
you
be
don't
the
do that.
best thing for his legacy.
Because now, sorry, just to
soon as he
respond to
signs
that,
it.
if he doesn't sign it, then the teams can be saying the whole time, yo, he never wanted to play. He was just doing that for PR. Now, you're doing it, you might be doing something for PR for an issue that needs PR.
Yeah.
So it's not like
I was about to say it's
you
not
know,
like it's not like a Kardashian.
Exactly.
More like
yeah,
just
yeah.
doing
You're
it
not
for
taking
attention.
titty pics for attention.
No.
You are doing something for attention that needs attention.
Yeah.
I'm concerned that by actually playing for a team, it takes away.
Yeah.
But
Best
that's what
thing
he
for his
should be
legacy.
doing. That's what he should be doing it for, to get on the team. Right?
Don't get on team. Best thing for your legacy, don't get on
don't
team.
get
Because
on team.
right now, his legacy is the dude that started a movement. There was a fucking soccer team in like Germany or something that took a knee. I don't know what one of these European countries we got to pretend to give a fuck about. Took a knee. It's
But
reached
everybody
that far.
that's not taking a knee is in the NFL.
Yeah.
Nah, but here's
But this is what the movement should be targeted to.
Yeah.
Like, it's people outside the NFL that's not taking a knee. So it gets to even Jerry Jones saying, if anybody takes a knee, you're losing your job.
Yeah.
Think of that's
crazy.
his ripple. That's he's the dude that started that. He's Rosa Parks for this. That's what he is. And if he comes back, maybe
basically
I'm
like-
fucking up memories, but I remember Jim Harbaugh's last year, they were talking like Colin Kaepernick is falling off heavily. Yeah. I think defense is figuring him out. I don't know what's going on. And then it just got worse and worse. He might not be the guy we remember that got them to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And he hadn't played in 2 years.
basically
Well, if
saying
I'm
Rosa
him, I
Parks-
sit on my signing bonus money. He's a smart dude. He good. And now you just have this legacy.
That's
Listen,
basically
I
saying
saw him.
Rosa
I saw him
Parks
play a
just
lot
got
last.
up.
Yo,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
real
got up.
real talk. It's like the same situation would be if the bus company was like, all right, you can sit there, Rosa.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you kind of want the bus to be like, nah, you can't.
She just got up and left.
Exactly.
That's basically if you saw the NFL.
Right? Like, because then you're not going to bring as much attention to the issue. It's not a national story. What if the bus driver, imagine the bus driver was like, yeah, why can't black people sit on the back of the bus? That's odd. That seems wildly unfair.
You stay there,
Go for it, Rosa. You must be tired. And any other black people, by any means, please do it. So, in a weird way, if we care about bringing attention to this issue, because this issue is not about Colin Kaepernick being on an NFL team. This issue is about innocent black people getting shot and killed, and they're not being justice in there. So that's the real thing that we can't take our eyes off of.
But my thing is with him, and if he gets signed to a team or not, that's assuming that he doesn't have a plan after he gets signed to a team.
But you know,
I'm sure he absolutely has a plan.
The sad part about it, they're trying to take what he's doing from the fact that what he's saying about rights in general.
Yeah.
Like, they're trying to focus on what he's doing and all this taking a knee.
Shift the narrative.
It's not about that. It's about
action,
the stuff that's going on.
Yeah, like people aren't paying attention to the narrative. They're just paying attention to the action and the optics. It's like, oh, you're disrespectful to America. And they're like, no. This is a gesture to shed light. Well,
he
he
shifted the narrative a little bit too. Like he had.
How did he shift the narrative? He didn't speak.
He went
hasn't
from
spoken
having fucking cops with pigs socks to like becoming a lot more woke. When he started this, he was not as woke as he is now.
Well,
he's much more woke.
Well, yeah, so he spoke to a lot of people. He spoke to Army Rangers or whatever, and they're like, "Hey, dude, that's pretty disrespectful. You should probably try this." I get where you're coming from. And he did it.
The second wave of the protest, which is what we're talking about now, which is much more direct and much more researched and nuanced, I'm very supportive of. In the beginning, I don't think Colin really knew exactly what he was doing or had a plan. I mean, he's just sitting down. He had the cops that were.
He was angry.
He was angry.
You gotta remember the social climate around the time when he was doing that. This was like when Trayvon was happening. This is when Mike Brown was happening. This is like weeks, like, you know, this is stuff that just happened like weeks ago to him while he was wearing the pig socks or whatever. Right. He was angry just like the rest of us are angry. Sure. You know what I mean? So it's like, all right, maybe he didn't have the best. I'm sure he didn't foresee all this happening afterwards. But I mean, at the same time, it's like, dog, like, what are you gonna kill him over some socks? It sucks.
Yeah. So here's a question. And I'm not saying we should kill him over the socks. I'm just saying that, like, he's become more aware of what he is fighting for exactly.
Of course.
Whereas before he was maybe angry and being inflammatory and doing things like that didn't really help the movement. Those socks don't really help. We agree on that?
I mean, I guess.
Is that the way you fight it?
There were some nice socks. I mean, I would
Damn.
I'm a sock connoisseur, man. Like, let's make sure my joint is on point. I might have worn them. I got cop friends, but hey.
You gotta say
I can't turn down some fire socks, bro.
Right, whatever. I'm not a big fan of the pig sock, but I do love the message that he's putting out now. I think it's great. And I want us that to take us to our next conversation, which is how long after Mike Tomlin stops coaching will it be before he becomes a serial killer?
Wait. Can you preface that?
Month.
Like, how's that?
Every time this guy is in a press conference or whatever, he's talking to the reporters after the game. He has the serial killer blink. His eyes are wide. Like, he doesn't have high eyes. You know, high eyes where you're just like half open and chilling days. His shit's
he's got drill sergeant eyes,
bro.
Man.
He looks like the front of a Corvette. It's just wide open or close, no in between.
So that OJ movie Kaz was talking about, where somebody's framing OJ for murder, is gonna be Mike Tomlin, and then you're gonna blame it on Omar Epps. You're like, it's not me, it's the other dude that looks just like me.
He's gonna be rubbing his hands in the corner like, I told you I'd get away with it. The OJ movie, we still gotta make that.
We're gonna make it. We're gonna have it. Okay, let's back to basketball. You mentioned Markieff Morris. I found an interesting fact out this week. My buddy Jason Levine was brought this up to me. Shout out to Jason. He listens. He's a good man. Piece of shit also, but he's a good man. He roped me into getting Knicks season tickets, and now the team is a disaster.
How'd you not see that coming? Y'all are so fucking
Because I trusted this piece of shit. He's a real estate guy, and they always trick you into getting involved in these projects. So thank you, Jason, but fuck you. Did you know that Marcus and Markieff Morris have 100% identical tattoos?
Yeah, they take it too far, man. They're a little weird with it.
Yeah.
They take it too far.
There was one game, I think, in the playoffs where I think Marcus was hurt. And Markieff, no, he wasn't hurt. Marcus was playing, and Markieff wore his jersey to the game, like his away jersey, while it was a home game. Nobody could tell them apart. And then Marcus gets hurt. So everyone was like, should Markieff just suit up?
You're telling
nobody would know.
You telling me they haven't done that?
I'm sure they have.
Especially much better than the other, though.
Well, here's what original. This is. I mean, there's some fascinating shit going on with the twin dynamic that nobody is touching, and we need to talk about.
Okay.
So I think it was, and I forget. I wrote exactly the note, so I get it out. One of them, who was on Houston? Marquise or Markieff?
Markieff.
Markieff.
Marcus is on Boston.
So Markieff, drafted by Houston, was supposed to be better.
Yeah.
Played shitty for Houston. Houston had to like give him away basically to get him on Phoenix. He goes on Phoenix. Starts killing it. Not only does he kill it, they've done the plus-minus statistic when both of them are on the floor together.
It's crazy.
They're like double effective when they're both. They literally miss each other when one is on the bench. They can't play without each other together. They have the exact same matching tattoos. Here's the craziest shit. When they were signing contracts with Phoenix, they said, we don't care how much each of us gets as long as the Markieff and Marcus brothers both get $13 million together because it's going in the same account. They have one bank account. So they gave him 13 mil total, 5 to, I think, Marcus, and then or 8 to Markieff, or whatever the breakdown was like that. At what point does the twin stuff become a little extra?
Also, why does any team sign them separately?
Great point.
Always blew my mind. They're not good. They're not good separated. They need to be together.
Yes.
You should have known that since college.
Yeah.
You should have known that.
I mean, I don't know. Like, it seems like, you know, especially in the NBA, like, it's probably hard to like pull that off, even with like 100% identical tattoos and all that type of stuff. But I feel like this past year, with the playoffs, if there's any time to like switch, like, yo, I'm hurt. This is only gonna, if I play good and, it's a playoff game and like we beat, I forgot who they're playing, like Boston at that time, whatever. Like, dog, this is good for both of us. Like, yeah, I absolutely do think that they switch places one time.
Dude, if one of them gets into the finals, you have to.
I don't even think they ask. I don't even think they have a conversation. The other one just feels that his brother got hurt and then just takes the flight to wherever he needs to go. Nurses him back to health that night.
It's a wild. I mean, look, I don't have a twin, so I can't speak on it. But
if I had a twin, I'd do that shit all the time.
Nah, you wouldn't take it that far, though. You can get the same tattoos.
I wouldn't have matching tattoos, but I would. Even the same clothes thing, I probably wouldn't do that either.
But if it's something
the same clothes thing is cute when your parents dress
young,
you. But then when you start dressing you.
But if it's something where it's like it's financially beneficial for you guys to look exactly alike, just in case one of you can't go, like,
it ain't that beneficial, dog. You think other twins? You think other twins look at them the way we look at couples that are way too into each other? Just like, hi, you gotta love each other. Jesus Christ, matching too much, man. Calm it down.
I think they do it just to cheat. You know what I mean? Like, because you can
they fuck the same girls.
They might. I mean, there are twins that do that. They're cool sharing women.
Really? Yes. I believe that. I believe that. It's still gross, but I believe that.
I mean, you share like the same DNA. It's not like it's that different.
What do you
She's getting the same nut either way.
Yeah, she's getting the same. She's getting the same fluid.
Same genes are coming in.
I share a body with my brother, and he's not even my twin, and he's way older than me.
You shared a body? Oh,
no, I said I would. I would share a body with him.
I was like, what kind of share a body? What's going on?
Not share like a body.
Wait, you and your brother haven't fucked the same girl? You have?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
He said he would.
I'm saying I would. That's what I'm saying. Like, so with the twins, I'm sure it's a lot easier for them to do it. And like,
I
you don't even
do
look
it.
like me and my brother.
You can't. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sharing a girl with anybody whose dick is bigger. You know what I mean? Like, if we're identical,
there's only one way to find that out. And by the time you find out, it's too late.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do the half identical shit. I'm not. No. It's gotta
be fully identical
for sure. Mm-hmm. No, I can't.
You gotta drink a lot of water, get the blood flow going.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna be having sex with you and hearing her make more noise with you than me. That's emasculating. You know what I mean? Like, don't be. Don't do that shit.
Get one behind and then like tag him out.
Yeah, I'm leaving the room, bro, and I'm putting on the noise canceling Bose. I'm not gonna listen to any other sounds that I haven't heard before. Not happening. No,
I'm good.
Definitely not.
Good on that shit.
Guys, anything else?
I don't know. I think this is a pretty. Do we have any updates on our soccer teams that we've picked?
Oh shit! That's
bro.
Yo, do you follow soccer at all?
It's a big.
Yeah, neither do we.
All right.
Nah, I'm into this shit.
Yo, yeah. Okay, so my team, my soccer team.
Let me Google what.
I've seen somebody said the USA failed to make the
Oh, we're trash, bro.
again.
I told you. And
I
this
like
is
to
your
talk
fault,
about
by
that.
the way.
First of all, why is it my
Yes,
fault?
the Flagrant 2 curse continues because last week you said, oh, yeah, the U.S. team's going to win the World Cup.
Let me
and for
tell
the
you
first time since the 86, we don't even
First of all,
freaking qualify
let me
for
tell
the
you
damn
something.
shit.
If America's not in the World Cup, it ain't a World Cup. That shit is a cup.
It's a European
All right? It's a European Cup. But if you want, how you gonna have a world anything without America?
I don't know, bro.
You know what I mean? Like let's be
Bro,
very
we're not,
honest,
but in
yo.
soccer, we're not America. We're like Kenya. You know what I mean? Like,
son, we're America at the end of the day. We have our. I said this on Instagram, and I'm being 100% serious about this. We have our not elite athletes playing soccer. Okay, we have our 5th string guys playing soccer. Elite athletes play basketball, football, baseball, maybe even hockey. It's the 5th string athletes that are playing soccer. That being said, our 5th string athletes should be able to beat the best athletes in the rest of the world, just because that's how great we are in America.
Yeah, I guess.
I really believe it. You're telling me there's an elite athlete, Josie Altidore, could play any other sport? Name one person on that team that you think could play any other sport. Josie Altidore is the most athletic looking one. What's the other guy's name? He's a rapper too.
I forgot the young
Pulisic.
kid. Pulisic?
Pulisic is the guy who's playing well. He looks like a substitute teacher. They got another guy on the team who's he's like a legend. What's his name?
Dog, I have no idea about anything.
I don't know that much about soccer.
Bro.
All I'm saying is,
Like,
if
you
saw
know
these
way
guys-
more than I do,
Fam,
and I'm like,
if you saw
I'm
him
like,
on
fuck it,
a
let's
6
pick a
train,
team.
if you saw him on a 6, if you saw him on a train, are you going, yo, these guys are professional athletes?
Nah, absolutely not.
because we don't care.
No. I ran into Tim Howard before, and I was like, oh, okay, like this guy, like he has like strangely large hands. I'm like, okay, I could see that.
You can see him maybe what? Maybe playing football.
Maybe playing. No, he could box.
All right. So he could, you know what I'm saying? And Tim Howard's like an elite goalie.
Yeah.
Imagine LeBron was a goalie. Imagine Odell is a striker.
Oh, yeah,
Imagine
we'd be the best.
Come on, yo.
We'd be the best. We don't care.
Come on.
We don't care, but then we have
soccer's
to
not
not care
fun,
that we make
bro.
the World Cup.
Say what?
Soccer's not fun.
First of all,
not for Americans.
I'll root for anything if it's America against the world. I watch curling, and I've said this a million times. I'll watch curling if it's America versus the rest of the world.
Soccer's just not fun for us, man. Like,
Now, I always hear if you do what we're supposed to be doing and you pick a team and you watch for a year, you'll get really into it. I've heard this from many people.
I'm gonna tell you. Well, I agree 1,000% because every time like
That's why people are
The
so
Olympics
hyped because they
or
thought
World
we
Cup
were
is
really
lit.
about to do this.
yeah.
They were just like, yo, I got tweets from people like, man, I can't wait till you. And I was like, keep waiting.
Man, I forgot what I was gonna say.
It's okay, but basically Liverpool, my team tied. We played
Everton.
Yeah,
Everton lost 2 games.
you lost.
Yeah,
You're
we're in
Everton.
16th place.
Oh, I didn't even look what place we're in. My team tied, which is crazy. I don't understand why you tie. I don't understand why you leave it in a tie.
I think that's why. I think that there's 2 reasons why Americans don't really get into sports,
Yeah.
right? One, soccer is a poor man's sport. It's a poor country sport.
It's very true.
And
That's
2,
some elitist shit for
you
you to
tie.
say.
It is. All you really need. Think about it. Like most of the big sports in America, I think our poorest sport, quote unquote, is basketball.
Yeah.
You literally just get a hoop and a ball. That's all you need, right?
Yep.
Soccer, you just need the ball and 2 goals.
Yeah.
Football is a very expensive sport. Hockey is a very expensive sport. Baseball is a very expensive sport. The reason why we succeed
Baseball
in
is so
all,
expensive. They're playing it all over the Dominican Republic and Cuba. And
With branches
Well,
and mango
yeah,
seeds,
not with
bro.
the real-
they're good, man. They're good.
Maybe that's
They're
what we
better
need
than
to be
us.
playing with. We gotta stop playing with real shit. Play with
stop
sticks.
giving people actual bats. Like, you'll make your own
You got
ball.
these
Go knit
big
this
ass
shit.
bats. These Puerto Ricans are playing with like a belt.
Yeah.
They just gotta. They take off their belt. They take off their belt and they wrap a chancla around where the handle is, and that's how they hit home runs, bro. They're out here killing it, Indiana Jones style.
And they better than us at it, man. They're
Hey,
better than us at it, bro.
There's something to this. We need to change the way we train. That's the
Facts.
problem.
Facts.
We're training with soccer balls. In Brazil, what are they using?
Balls of yarn or something.
They're using fucking pineapples, old pineapples. They're using shitty things that aren't the actual
One
soccer
of the
ball.
saddest things I've ever seen was like some like little orphan kid, like he knitted himself like a Messi jersey or whatever because like he was a big Messi fan and he was like super poor and Messi saw it and like brought him to a game and got him a real jersey. It was real tearjerker, real sad as shit. But like that's why most of these countries kick our ass in soccer because like most of the countries that beat our ass are poor countries.
Nah, we just don't care, man.
And we don't care.
If we wanted to play soccer, we'd play soccer. If we played soccer like we played basketball, nobody's beating us.
But like in the hierarchy of a sport,
Chris
you know
Paul
what I
would
mean?
be
Like,
better than Lionel Messi if he played his whole life.
Oh, absolutely. All of them.
Yeah.
You think Iverson? Imagine Iverson if he played soccer.
Fuck everyone.
Are you kidding me? Cristiano Ronaldo is the best soccer player in the world.
Yeah.
The best soccer player in the world. Imagine Russell Westbrook playing soccer. There's no deke. There's no nothing. He's just stiff-arming you out of the way. Sit down, bro. Sit
And
down.
apparently Odell Beckham's actually really good at soccer too, and like he barely like tries.
Well, quit this
But
football
like if
shit.
you look at like some like YouTube videos, they'll be like him like doing some wild shit, like with dribbling or whatever. But apparently he's nice.
Apparently Kobe was good.
Yeah. Steve Nash is good.
Too.
Listen, we need to get back. We need to get into this soccer. I don't like the rest of the world having something over us. I don't. I get very competitive with this shit.
We just gotta overpopulate, man. Just
What you mean?
overpopulate. We just gotta overpopulate this country so we have more people to care about soccer.
He's saying
all we
America
need.
needs to get poorer.
We need to get poor.
Care about soccer. That's what he's
We need to
saying.
get poor, dog. We need to get poor, bro.
Really broadcast over to our side real quick.
Give it 20 or 30 years once the NFL phases out after
Yeah.
all the CTE lawsuits
it's true.
get us
That's-
out of here.
That's
And
the
then-
best argument against building a wall.
Why?
Son, how are we gonna build a wall when we haven't even made the World Cup? You know what I mean? Like, we need these motherfuckers. Let's go, Mexico. Bienvenidos. You know what I'm saying? We need that Copa del Mundo. Let's make it happen. Okay, fuck this wall. When we win a World Cup, then you could build a wall. Until then,
Thanks.
clearly we need some immigrants.
Damn it. I tried soccer. I tried Everton. I'm gonna stay with it though.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna stay supporting, but until we,
Liverpool all day, but I don't like this
picked the
tie
wackest
shit.
team.
No,
but-
Arsenal had a big loss. They lost to Watford. It's a
Watford?
terrible team.
Oh, no.
Yo, the manager gotta go. Arsene Wenger gotta go. Yo, this motherfucker, dog. You can't lose to Watford, man. It's Watford.
Yo,
What the fuck? That's unacceptable.
I have no idea what anyone's talking
neither.
about.
That shit sounds so English.
Well, I'm just
man.
Googling this shit.
Watford.
That's
We're
true,
like-
yo. Watford is trash. I can't believe anybody ever lost to
Bruh,
Watford. Yeah.
that's a terrible team,
Yeah,
Watford.
yeah. What was the score?
It was not a good. Listen, it was a big loss. It was
Yeah.
close, but it was a big loss.
They were trying. They're all on the pitch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Damn it, they're all on the pitch, but they're just
Yeah.
not. They don't have a good coach manager.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
they had,
can't do that.
They had nice kits too, right?
Yo,
kids?
the kids were hot, bro. Shout out to Kith. Is it Kiths or Kits?
Kids.
Oh, kids.
I don't know, bro. We're trying.
All
y'all.
I'm trying to say is y'all
We're
got
really
no
trying to
excuse for a tie. It's a Saturday. Nobody has to go to work. Just stay there until you get a fucking winner. All right? This is some real socialist nonsense.
coin or
Yeah, it's like here.
Mad socialism.
So you get a little bit of a win. You get a little bit of a win. No, okay?
And y'all got penalty kicks. Y'all got a system.
Yo.
It was exciting as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm tired, yo. I'm tired. Hey, if you guys tie, they should take away your health care. That's for real. Y'all got no reason to have health care for ties, okay? So nobody gets health care if you tie. That being said, we just want to say super thank you to my man Jesse, a.k.a. Filayyyy.
Yeah, thanks for
Thank
coming
you
through,
so
bro.
much.
No problem, no problem, no
man.
problem.
Clap for
Seriously,
you.
where can people find you, man? We got to...
You can find. I live in Jersey. You can find me around.
Actually, find you, dog.
Oh, like...
I mean, like just social,
media
bro.
and shit.
Instagram.
Oh yeah,
is wild, bro.
Instagram. Oh, you can Instagram BPF_Jess Jones and then my Filayyyy page, Filayyyy with 4 Ys.
Filayyyy with 4 Ys.
Yeah,
Dope about that,
FILA,
dog.
4
Every other
Ys.
social media star, when they said find you, they would be all about every
Yeah.
social media. You're a human being. Find me as a person, okay?
But yeah, I'm in Jersey, man. What the
Oh,
fuck?
you want to play? Oh, you want to play me? Okay, come to Jersey then. He's not afraid of it, and he actually does play ball really well. Are you playing any of the leagues in the city?
Yeah,
played-
I played during the summer. I played Dykeman. I
Okay.
played Tri-State. I played in Pro City. I played in Pro City last summer, but not this summer.
We got to get you in the G League, man. We got to
Yeah,
get you a
most
tryout. Have
definitely.
you had a tryout for them?
No.
We got to get you a tryout,
You'll
man.
find that, man.
We're gonna,
Yes,
we're gonna
sir.
we're gonna have some conversations with some folks. That'd be a great story.
Yes,
Imagine
sir.
you went from social media superstar to NBA, at least G League player.
Yeah,
that
at
would be
least
hot.
that'd be something. That'd be good.
Let's make it happen.
Make it happen.
make it
bro.
happen, man.
Yeah, let's call.
make
We're gonna make some phone calls
bro.
over to
Yes, sir.
Adidas and Bleacher. We're gonna put some things through, see what we could do. But thank you so much for showing
No problem,
up, man,
no
and
problem.
doing this. Yo, man, why don't you take us out? Let them know who they've been listening to.
Filayyyy, grade 2.
Analysis.
I like that.
Thank you so much, man. All right, Kaz, let them know what you got going on. I know you got some parlays.
Oh yeah,
coming.
man! This weekend we're in DC for Henny Palooza, DC for Howard Homecoming. We're also hosting that stadium on Friday night before that, so bring your singles. That should be fun.
Whoa.
As well, yeah.
So you're gonna go to stadium and host, meaning
You host.
you there putting money on the girls.
Yes. Yeah.
Hot.
Yeah, DC's fun. And we're at Echo Stage the next day for Henny Palooza DC. It's usually one of our better Henny Paloozas in that city. And I think that's it, man. You could listen to me on the Satori Radio every Monday through Friday. 10
That was
a.m.
the
to 2
first
p.m.
black strip club I ever went to.
What, Stadium?
Yep.
Stadium has some talent. Bro.
I remember Duval. I was there with Duval and Charlemagne, and I remember Duval, Lil Duval, shouts to Lil Duval. He walked me. He was like, "Hey, come with me. Let me show you how this is done." Because I was being too polite. I was just like, handing dollars and like maybe
here you did well.
This guy brought me to the main stage. This girl was shaking her ass. He grabbed my hand at the wrist. It was very emasculating. And he just grabbed my hand at the wrist. Yeah, from his
I'm about to
little
say,
ass
first off, he's
man.
like 3'5".
Bro, he's tiny. He grabbed my hand. He just made me start spanking the girl on the ass, right? It was really funny. He made me spanking the girl on the ass and then throwing money at her. And then he leaves me. Keep doing your thing. He leaves me. And all of a sudden, these 3 huge bouncers coming over here. You can't touch the fucking girls. What the hell you doing? And I look over. But Duval said, and he's just cracking up in the corner. Him and Charlemagne. So I almost got murdered at Stadium. Don't do that if you go to Stadium.
Hell no.
Akash?
But yeah, that's it.
Same thing. I'm gonna be promoting. My money's invested. American Desi's podcast. Check that out. And also the ABDC comedy show at New York Comedy Festival. Caroline's on Broadway, November 12th, 7:30.
Oh, man, I forgot to plug the Restaurant Podcast as well.
Get in there.
With Emilio Sparks. Every Saturday, you can hear us on the MLW Network.
Yep.
That is hot. And check me out. I'm going to be in Chicago doing some shows at Zany's downtown. I'll be there the 4th through the 7th of November. Then I'm going to be for the New York Comedy Festival at Gotham Comedy Club November 9th. That's going to be wild. I'm going to be premiering my new special that I'm working on. So that will be the first time you get to see that. And then I'll be in Long Island, I think the weekend after that, out at McGuire's. So just check the website. I'm going to be down in D.C. eventually in the new year also. So check the website, theandrewschulz.com. You get all my stuff right there. And thank you. And also keep watching 441. It's on YouTube. You could do that. And thank you guys so much for supporting, following, listening.
You can
Keep
also
listening.
check him out on Trainwreck.
Yes.
Nah, I'm not on that shit. Not on that shit. That's a coincidence. But in all seriousness, keep subscribing to the podcast. If you love the podcast, subscribe to it. Tell people about it. Share. Leave comments. All that shit. We're trying to take over. This is the #1 sports podcast in the world, so we want to keep it that way. We can't keep it that way without your support. So thank you guys so much for supporting. Tell a friend. Tell the world. What is it? Tell a friend. Tell a mundo.
Telemundo.
I don't know. Some shit like that. Anyway,
channel, man.
Tell everybody, man. Tell all that shit. So thank you guys so much for listening. And this has been Flagrant 2. Peace.